Welcome to the session 3 of fluid mechanics. In this session, I'll discuss one more property of the fluid, that is surface tension. Surface tension is caused by force of cohesion at the free surface. A liquid molecule in the interior of the liquid mass is surrounded by the other molecules all around it, and hence the molecule remains in equilibrium position. If you see at the surface of the liquid, there is no molecules above the surface to balance the force of molecules below it. Consequently, there is a net inward force on the molecules at the interface between the liquid and air. A thin layer of molecules is formed because of the difference of forces above and below the surface. So, surface tension is that force required to maintain a thin layer of molecules at the liquid surface. Okay, and it is denoted by the letter sigma. The unit of surface tension is Newton per meter. Now let us discuss, there are three cases where we need to derive an expression for surface tension. Okay. The first case is expression for surface tension of a liquid droplet. So let us consider a small spherical liquid droplet of radius r. You can see here, these are the sigma is the surface tension force of liquid acting on the circumference of the liquid droplet. Here I have considered only the half portion of the liquid droplet. If you see here, around the circumference of the liquid droplet, a surface tension force is acting. Okay. Then let capital P is the pressure inside the liquid droplet. If we consider what are the forces acting on the half portion of the liquid droplet, there are two forces. First one is the surface tension force, which is acting around the circumference of the liquid droplet. So which can be written as F is equals to sigma into circumference we are taking. So it is 2 pi r. Okay. The second force is the pressure inside the liquid droplet, the pressure force inside the liquid droplet. So that is nothing but F is equals to P into A. Since here it is inside the liquid droplet, we have to consider the whole area of the liquid droplet. P into area, I have taken it as pi d square by 4. Okay. Under equilibrium condition, these two forces should be equal. To remain the liquid droplet in equilibrium position, the surface tension force and pressure force inside the liquid droplet should be equal. So by equating equation 1 and 2, we'll get the equation for surface tension for a liquid droplet as P is equals to 4 sigma by D. The second case is expression for surface tension of hollow bubble. See, in case of hollow bubble, we can see the two surfaces are in contact with air. So one is the outer surface of the bubble and another one is inner surface of the bubble. Since it is a hollow bubble, we can see the two surfaces are contact with air. Okay. So here also we are listing the forces which is acting on the hollow bubble. The first force is surface tension force, which is acting along the circumference of the circle. So here I have taken it as 2 times because in the hollow bubble two surfaces are in contact with air. If there is a change in medium from water to air, we can see there is a surface tension force is acting. So in this case also, the since two surfaces are in contact with air, the expression we can write it as 2 into sigma 2 pi r. 2 pi r, 2 pi r is for the what we can say, it is for the circumference of the circle. The next force is the pressure inside the hollow bubble, so which is nothing but P into A. So P into A is replaced by pi d square by 4. So under equilibrium condition, to remain the hollow bubble at the equilibrium position, so we have to equate equation 1 and 2. So we'll get the expression for surface tension of hollow bubble as P is equals to 8 sigma by D. The next case is expression for surface tension of liquid jet. Okay, let us consider a liquid jet of diameter D and length L. Okay, here I have considered the semi jet, half of the jet, to show clearly the surface tension force. So let P is the pressure inside the jet as usual, and sigma be the surface tension force, okay, acting on along the surface of the jet. So here in this case, the semi jet, I have considered it as in the shape of a rectangle. Okay, and you can see here only the length side, on length side the surface tension force is acting. So here the first force is the surface tension force, which is nothing but sigma into, see here the sigma is acting along the length of the semi jet on either side. So you have to take it as, this is the length L, so 2 times of L. So F is equals to 2 sigma L. The second one is, it is the pressure inside the semi jet or liquid jet. So we can take it as pressure into area. The pressure into area, since we have considered it as a rectangle, it is length into, instead of diameter here we can consider it as a width. So I have taken it as L into D. Again under equilibrium condition, if you equate equation 1 and 2, you will arrive expression for surface tension of liquid jet as P is equals to 2 sigma divided by D. So in all the three cases, in case 1, that is for liquid droplet, we have formula for surface tension as P is equals to 4 sigma by D, and second case is for hollow bubble, we have a formula like formula P is equals to 8 sigma by D, whereas in case of liquid jet we have a formula P is equals to 2 sigma by D. See, in all the three cases we can observe the pressure is inversely proportional to D. Okay, so if the diameter of the pipe is small, you can see the pressure inside the fluid will be more. Okay, the P is inversely proportional to the diameter of the pipe. So this concept will be used in the manufacture of pipes. So let us see a problem on surface tension. First I will read out the problem. The surface tension of water in contact with air at 20 degrees Celsius is 0.0725 Newton per meter. Sigma of water is given. The pressure inside the liquid droplet of water is to be 0.02 Newton per centimeter square. So the pressure is given, pressure inside the liquid droplet is given. So it is in terms of Newton per centimeter square. We need to convert this Newton per centimeter square to Newton per meter square. So it will become 0.02 into 10 power minus 4 Newton per meter square, greater than the outward pressure. Calculate the diameter of the droplet of water. So here you can observe they have mentioned it as a droplet. So it is a first case. So the formula is P is equals to 4 sigma by D. Okay. Here sigma value is given, that is surface tension of water is 0.0725 Newton per meter, and what else, they have given the pressure value, that is P value is given. You need to determine the D value. So if you substitute the values in this formula, you will get the diameter as 1.45 mm. So one more problem is there. I'll read out the problem. Second problem. Find the surface tension in a soap bubble of 40 mm dia when inside pressure is 2.5 Newton per meter square above the atmosphere. See here they have given bubble. It is a soap bubble. It's nothing but case 2. Okay. So here D value is given, that is 40 mm, and pressure value is given, that is 2.5 Newton per meter square. So the formula we have to use, it is in the second case, hollow bubble, P is equals to 8 sigma by D. See here, to calculate sigma, the formula reduces to PD by 8. Pressure is given, diameter is given, so the sigma will be 0.0125 Newton per meter. There are some MCQs related to this session. Please go through this. Thank you all.